How's it going, everyone? Justin Smith there, scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama. I'm back again with another reaction and breakdown video to a Crimson Tide summer enrollees senior film, and today we're going to take a look at Danny Lewis. Before we get an opportunity to dive into Lewis and take a look at what he was able to do during his senior season at Westgate High School in Louisiana, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, subscribers, hit that notification bell, be notified when we drop content on our YouTube channel. And on these reaction videos, I like to dive into some of these guys' top plays from their high school career. Today we're going to take a look at the Crimson Tide's 2022 tight end signee Danny Lewis's senior film from Westgate High School. Of course, he helped them win a state championship this past season. Of course, he was a late addition to the Tide's 2022 recruiting class, so it's going to be interesting to see how he fits into the Tide's tight end room this upcoming season. When you take a look at the Tide's tight end depth chart from the spring and just adding a couple of guys like Miles Kisselman and also Danny Lewis to the summer roster, and also Amari Black as well, it's going to be interesting to see how the Tide's tight end depth chart stacks up when it comes to the fall camp and everything. And I think Danny Lewis is going to be a guy who could possibly carve some way into this rotation if he's put into the right position. So I just wanted to take a look at his film. I know Amari Black is going to bring a lot to the table. Cameron Latou, of course, he's one of the more established tight ends with Alabama's roster. Miles Kisselman is a guy who can come in and make an immediate impact, but Danny Lewis could be a sleeper. So I just want to take a look at what he brings to the table at 6'4" and 255 pounds. And also you can add Robbie Oots in that as well when we talk about the Tide's tight end depth chart. But today we are focusing on Danny Lewis Jr., the 6'4", 255 pounder, who was able to be a very physical and aggressive tight end during his senior season. Of course, we have John Ivory, our producer at Touchdown Alabama, running the film for us today. You get everything started now, John. Take a look at what Danny Lewis was able to do. That play happened a little bit quickly. Could you go back to the beginning of it, John? I'm trying to see where he was. Yeah, because he was lying as an inline tight end. Basically sat down in the middle of the field wide open. As you guys can see, he's not going to win many foot races in the open field. He does not have explosive speed, but he does have quickness to his game at times. But like I said, he's just a physical guy who's going to just box out defenders when the ball is in the air. So I think he has the potential to really develop into a red zone threat, which is something we are going to see throughout his film. Once again, showing that physicality, hard nose runner, guy who's not going to let you get him down with those arm tackles. You're going to have to bring some force when you bring him down. But that is why I think he's going to be the most effective at making plays in the red zone, like we just saw. See him blocking. Okay, like a guy who can block. Nick Saban raved about his blocking when he signed with the University of Alabama. Once again, physicality, trucking defenders. Yeah, you better get low. You better get low if you're trying to tackle Danny Lewis Jr. in the open field. He's going to run a seam route. The quarterback just go back to that play, go to that last play, John. You can tell the quarterback just threw the ball up. It wasn't you could tell the quarterback knew to throw the ball and adjusted to Danny Lewis's speed, and he just threw it up on that seam route, and Lewis when he got it. Nice release off the line of scrimmage, which is something we haven't really seen off of him on this film, but that was a nice release. You see that he used him on both sides of the football. 6'4", 255 pounds. I always say good outside linebackers and good edge rushers. All of them look as if they could play tight end at the next level. We see him once again boxing out defenders. So I think that's going to be really effective in the red zone when he has an opportunity to catch those 50-50 balls. You see a lot of times his quarterback is just throwing the ball up in the air, letting him go make a play on the football. And I think that is something that Alabama quarterbacks will have the chance to do once Danny Lewis gets into the Alabama football rotation. And you constantly see it. You constantly see it. Okay, I think he's on defensive front once again. Shoots the gap. Todd will use him as a tight end, but like I said, he has the mold and the body build of a edge rusher. So we constantly see it. Throwing the ball in the air, high point of the football. The last play here, we're going to show Danny Lewis blocking. Aggressive blocker, physical guy. So yeah, I think the thing that really stands out to me about Danny Lewis's film is his ability to block, his physicality, which I said, especially when he's running the football, he's always looking to lower his shoulder to get those extra yards. So he's a physical guy from that standpoint. in terms of him going up and get the football, I think he's really effective at doing that. I think that's going to be something that's really going to help him at the next level and help him develop into a red zone threat. Route running did not look the best on this particular film, so I think that is something that he's going to have to work on, continue to get better at. But we see some potential with his athleticism. Continue to work on his speed, continue to try to get as fast as he can. So I think he's a guy who can develop into a nice tight end for the Crimson Tide in the future. The Tide have always wanted to pull in more receiving tight ends, guys who have the potential to block, as well as developing to a guy who can be a threat in the pass game. And I think Danny Lewis Jr. has an opportunity to do that. But that is who I wanted to look at on this reaction video. Of course, I am Justin Smith, the scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama. Before you leave, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Subscribers, hit the notification bell to be notified when we drop content on our YouTube page.